So please welcome Jeff Griffin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You said that exactly how I wrote it. I'm just kidding. Hey, this is great. Great crowd, right? I love this. And you know what? It may not be big in numbers, but I can tell it's big in hearts. When I flew into Nepal to go help the people over in Nepal, two things. First of all, we fly into Doha, which is right out there by the desert before you come into Nepal. It is hot. We fly at about midnight, and it is probably 90 degrees at midnight, and we're sweating. And these guys are helping me and my partner as we're going over to Nepal, get into the bus, get to the plane, and we find out they're Nepalis. They're from Nepal, and then we were talking to them like we're going to go to Nepal to help out, and they're like, "Oh, Nepalis, we are poor in pocket, but rich in heart." And so I believe we're going to have one of those experiences tonight, right? And I believe that this can benefit all of us. And so, speaking of Nepal, didn't think I'd ever be over there. And what's significant about Nepal is Mount Everest, right? You got Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. Well, I should be careful on how I say that. There's some people who consider the mountains that come out of the sea as the tallest, but it is the highest. It is the highest mountain in the world. And as you're cruising in an airplane at 30,000 feet, most of the mountains that you see, you look down to. They look tiny. Even the Rocky Mountains look tiny from a plane. But after 24 hours of flying, we get there. I'm exhausted. The sun's coming over the clouds. It's peeking through the windows of the airplane. And I glimpse out, and there it is. Mount Everest. Sagarmatha, the locals. Goddess of the sky. And it really did look that way. As I looked out there, it looked like a fortress floating above the clouds. And I looked over there, and it was I wasn't looking down. I was looking straight across. And the vision was just spectacular. And it's one of those moments where you're like, I don't want to move. I wanted to get my camera from the overhead compartment, but I was too tired, first of all. And second of all, I might miss this moment and seeing this magnificent mountain that looked like a floating sentinel guarding that side of the universe. And it was amazing. And so what I'm hoping to do tonight, and what I'm hoping to do with everybody, is perhaps maybe expand your vision just a little bit and be a Sherpa of sorts. And take you on a journey if I can, right? And so our electronics aren't working the best, and so I think we'll be able to see it from here. You tell me, can you guys see that from there? I've got a few videos and a few pictures that I'd like to share with you because of the message that I want to share with you tonight. As was mentioned, ever since I was a little kid, my dream, right, my Mount Everest that I wanted to climb was to be a football player at BYU. Sorry, Duke fans, if there are any out there. But I wanted to go to play football in college. I wanted to go to BYU. There were all-American quarterbacks: Steve Young, Robbie Wasco, and all the other greats that were there. I wanted to be a receiver for one of the great quarterbacks, and so that was my dream ever since I was a little kid. And I just think of throwing the ball and catching it, and just dream about the time where I was going to play in the Bellagio Stadium. Didn't happen. My dream was to play on the big stage at BYU. It didn't happen. But I do believe that I've been playing on the big stage. I believe everyone else can too, on their own stage.